What is up, everybody? Welcome to my channel here, and we're going to talk a little bit about why cheap is not good. So, a ton of people, if not all of you, probably have heard at least a little bit about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in some way or form. If you don't and you've never heard about this, then I would highly recommend you check it out. One of the best sites I know is the coinmarketcap.com. This will allow you to check out all the circulating coins out in existence as of right now, and you can check out some of the analytics, the history, the past, what kind of numbers they're doing, how the exchange rate is doing, the circulating supply, the market cap, everything. You guys can all check it out. A lot of them too will also have all the links. If you click on a coin, they'll have all the links that you go check out the personal website where you can buy them from and everything. But today I want to talk on a subject that I hear very, very often. And it is saying, people are saying, if the coin is cheap, then it's something good to buy. That is probably one of the biggest lies I've ever heard. And this is incredibly, incredibly important to know and understand, because if you guys are looking to do short-term flips, then buying a coin that has a large amount of circulating supply, that has a massive market cap, is going to be a very, very long-term investment, not a short-term investment. And that is something very important to understand and learn how to do that. So guys, let's dive into this, okay? So right here you can see the market cap, which is talking about how much money is in circulating supply, and then circulating supply, which is talking about how many coins are available right now. Now, a lot of people have heard about Bitcoin, probably Ripple, Ethereum, and probably about these top 10, at least somebody have heard of at least one of them, if not all of them. So one thing to understand is, for example, Bitcoin is very expensive because there are two reasons. You have the circulating supply and the market cap. This is what drives the price when you calculate the circulating supply and the market cap. The larger the market cap and smaller the supply, bigger the number. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that this might be a quick flip or, a long-term investment. Based off Bitcoin right now, we've seen the massive hype come through, and now we're kind of, leveling out. So now this Bitcoin has now have become a long-term investment once again. A few months ago, it was a short-term investment. Now it's a long-term investment, and you got to understand that. And I'm not going to dive into why that it is, but I'm going to show you a different coin and kind of explain a little bit more based off the price and why these are now long-term investments and not short-term investments like they used to be. But this is something incredibly, incredibly important you guys need to understand, though. One great example is Ripple. It's 80 cents. That's pretty cheap. But one thing you need to recognize is that there's almost 40 billion coins in circulation, and there's only 31 million in supply, market cap demand. Thinking as this is that this is demand and circulating supply. This is hyperinflation, which means there's way too much out there based on the demand. Thinking is like, Bitcoin basically, everybody has one coin, that's it. Where Ripple, everybody has a million coins, the value is based off the circulating supply towards the demand. This is really important to understand because this is top 3. So this is a very, very well-known, very powerful coin. If this is ranked number 3, then this price isn't really going to change much. It actually might even go down and then fluctuate maybe a couple cents here and there. And this is really important to understand because this is going to be a long-term investment. I think we saw Ripple get up all the way over $3, and now it's down to 80 cents. We probably won't see it hit $3 till maybe the end of this year, if not next year. And guys, you guys really need to look into this research and do your research when you're checking out these coins and when you're going to invest. Because if it's really cheap and it's on this, at least first page and has history and has been around for a while, more than likely than not, it's going to be more of a long-term investment than a short-term investment, because it's either it's gone through its peak already, or you need to look at the circulating supply versus the demand. This is incredibly important. I mean, 31 million market cap is massive, but having only a 40 billion supply is even larger. That's why this number is so small compared to where Bitcoin, you know, the market cap is much larger than the circulating supply. That is why each coin is worth, you know, $9,200 and some dollars. That explains why the price fluctuates so much too, because it's based off the demand versus the supply. I mean, this is very simple stuff, guys. But a lot of people will pass over this. They just look at the price and, you know, not what is really driving the price. That kind of makes sense. So, example, Cardano, which I'm going to show you guys a little bit. Reason why this is a long-term investment. You can see 22 cents. That's pretty cheap. You know, you can buy a ton of these very, very cheaply for a little bit of money. But you need to see that there's 25 billion in supply and only about 6 million in demand. That's not a lot. And it's ranked 6, so it's very well known. It's already, you know, at its peak right now for demand, so this price won't change very much. We're going to be looking more in the future of like a year or two to really see the price change here. Now, guys, like, don't let this discourage you. There are tons and tons and tons of coins out there that are open and that have great potential, that haven't been around very long, that have a great team, have great white paper and a great purpose, that still has great opportunities for you to make lots of money, that are very, very cheap. But you have to, like, make sure you do research on the circulating supply and the demand of the market cap to determine whether it's going to be a good investment or not, or whether it's a safe investment or not. I mean, cryptocurrency is very, very in high demand right now, and it's also at the same time very unknown. Still, as of right now, I think about 2%, if less, of the world knows about cryptocurrency, if not understands cryptocurrency, if that makes sense. It's still very, very unknown to many, many people. So, you know, this is why a lot of these ones on the front page you see are going to be more long-term investments until a lot of people and a lot of, you know, the demand rises up. And I'm sorry, guys, this might be a little bit hard to understand. Not a lot of people have a hard time, or excuse me, a lot of people have a hard time understanding about this. You know, this is why I'm trying to do this video here, to help you out and at least guide you into understanding, you know, what might be a good investment. And guys, I'm not encouraging you to, you know, buy this or anything. You know, it's just a simple disclaimer here. I'm not advising you to do anything here. I'm just simply giving my opinion here and help educating you on my thoughts and my judgment here. Guys, please make sure you do your own research, and it's incredibly important for you to do your own research, whether or not you believe in the coin or whatnot. Never invest in anything you don't believe in, because more likely, if you don't believe in it, it's not going to do well. So let's dive in a little bit more why these are, you know, going to be long-term investments. And honestly, anything in the top 100 here are going to be all long-term investments. Maybe towards the bottom here of like maybe 80s or to the hundreds might be a little bit more faster gain on return. Also, you might lose a lot of your money, but technically I'd try to stay away from anything on this front page though. These coins have massive demand or massive market cap. And depending on the circulating supply, you know, these coins have already been around, been tried and true. So it's going to take a while for the masses to come in and, you know, boost these prices up. So the one coin I want to show you here is Cardano. I've invested in this one back when it was like a penny or so. But so let's show you why this is a long-term coin here. So you can see back when we first started here, you can see the price. You can dive into analytics. All you got to do also to get to this page is just simply click on it right here. You can just click on it. It's going to bring you right here. This is where you can bring up all the datas and everything. So guys, let's dive in here. So you can see this is when it first started, right? And then this is when it started catching waves. This is where your short-term investment, this is what I was talking about, being a short-term investment. And right here is your peak, right? This is when you would have made the absolute most money if you would have sold your coins, if you bought them here, and whatnot. And right now, as you can see, we are leveling out probably right around this area. Probably maybe we might even hit like this area right here around 11 cents. Probably my guess, this is when we'll stop in prices when it hits about 11 cents or so. It's hard to say, but this is what I'm talking about. We've already hit our first peak right here. And this coin is not very old at all. So there will be many of these. If you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin has had many peaks and then, downfalls and whatnot. I mean, this is just simple, basically charts that you're looking at a very crazy scale. It's not very up and down. These are very kind of long-term type deals, and this is why, because you see that you started from here, it's already reached its peak, so now we're leveling out, coming down, and it's going to be a while till we reach this peak again, and then double it. So let me show you an example of Bitcoin here. We just click on it, let this load. Okay, so let's see if we can zoom in here a little bit. Yeah, let's fix this here, try to get this a little bit better. Okay, so Bitcoin's been around for a much longer here. You can see right here when the volume started reaching up. But you can see right here we had a peak, a downfall, and then we reached, and then we maxed the peak, and then we had a little, and then we doubled the peak. So here you go, and this it repeats itself. This is a long-term coin that's been around for a while, so this is why we were able to see a lot of these. If you check a lot of these other coins, they're not going to have this. They're just going to have one up peak right here, and then it's going to start leveling out, like you can see. So we had this one massive peak here, started leveling out right around this price, around 16,000 for a while, and then we started going the downfall, and now we're finally leveling out to about where the even plane is. And, a lot of these coins you check out, if you already see this massive peak that has happened, then that means, the hype has already gone past, and now we're looking into long-term investments till the masses come in and drive this price up back to where our peak was, and then, coming back and doubling it and whatnot. I'm no big expert in this, but I have done massive amounts of research and whatnot, and it's just... it just comes down to plain and simple research, checking out the history of this coin. I could already see right here in Bitcoin, if I was to look at this, I said, okay, here was our peak. Now we're leveling out. This is not the best coin to invest in right now because it is at its leveling stage, which normally we might even see another dip here soon. Hopefully that'd be very nice because that would be a good opportunity to buy. But as you can see right here, we met our peak, and then now we're leveling out. We're not seeing any trends of it going up right now, so we have to wait till the masses come in. That would be the best time to buy, is when the masses come in, because when they do, then we're probably going to see another peak like this and then probably double it. But guys, I hope this made sense. I'm going to try keeping this video really short, but that is kind of the research I do. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too analytical. It just comes down and simply just checking out the charts here, seeing the history of it, and whether it's reached a peak. Because if it has reached its peak, then that means it's going to be a long-term coin that you can, basically judge off, because here was our peak. Now we're leveling out, and now it's a waiting game, waiting until it reaches this peak again, or even doubles it. So guys, I encourage you to do research. Again, I'm not advising you to do anything here. I'm just, simply giving my opinion why, sometimes cheap coins are not always the best, because, you have to look at, the hype right here. Again, like if we compared Bitcoin here, where you can see we have multiple ups and downs, where Cardano here only has one up so far, and now we're leveling. So we have time until we see another up, and then even a double turn where we surpass this. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, Cardano has not been around for a very long time, so the hype of it has already gone away. So now we're looking into more of a long-term investment, where we want to buy it at its stage right here, hold it, wait, and then wait for it either come back up here or even surpassing it. So guys, I really hope you guys at least grab this concept a little bit. It's not, what I'm talking about here isn't too crazy, and it's not too hard to understand. It's just I'm helping you do your own research here. This is probably one of the simplest ways to do your own research. Of course, if you ever invest in any coin, make sure you check out the white paper, check out the team, see what their goals are and everything. This is going to really help you decide whether if you want to invest in this coin, if you want to invest in it either long term or short term. So guys, please make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and also leave some comments down below if you have more troubles. If you'd like to get in contact with me, I'd be more than happy to help you out and go a little bit more in depth about doing research and how to determine if a coin is something good to invest in, whether you should stay away from it, if it should be a long-term type investment or a short-term investment. Please let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here. So this video has been kind of long, and I don't want to waste any of your guys' time. But peace out. Have a good one.